Hello everyone, welcome to KKEnergyHub. Today we're going to discuss a common but often overlooked issue in the workplace. Why do people who work with integrity often encounter those who are less capable but still like to stir up trouble? Especially if you're a newcomer, why is it so easy to become a target of workplace bullying? In this video, we will take a step-by-step look at these complex phenomena from a philosophical and logical perspective. Through this discussion, I hope we can better understand the dynamics of power in the workplace and find strategies to navigate these challenges. Power in the workplace. Does capability really matter? Let's start from a philosophical perspective. Michel Foucault once said that power is not simply about commands and obedience, it exists in the relationships between individuals. In the workplace, we often find that power is not always held by the most capable people, but by those who are adept at leveraging workplace relationships. This is why some less capable individuals can still create an impact by stirring things up. These people are often very good at building an invisible power network in the workplace. They rely on relationships with certain individuals, or manipulate emotions and spread rumors to gain control. Such people may be mediocre in terms of skills, but they know how to manipulate others and use interpersonal relationships to maintain their position. This tells us that power in the workplace is not always directly tied to capability, but often relies on controlling relationships and discourse. For those who are sincere, pragmatic, and speak through their work, such an environment can be challenging. So how do we find our footing in this complex environment? Logical analysis. Why are people with integrity targeted? Why do people with integrity become targets for troublemakers? If we analyze this logically, we can uncover several deeper reasons. First, people with integrity usually hold high work standards and moral principles which often challenge existing unreasonable practices. This behavior inherently threatens those who are accustomed to shortcuts and laziness. To them, the presence of a person with integrity represents a higher standard, one they are unwilling or unable to meet. From a psychological perspective, this is a typical threat response mechanism. When faced with someone of high standards, inefficient people feel insecure and pressured. To protect themselves, they may belittle or isolate the person with integrity to alleviate their discomfort. As philosopher Thomas Hobbes once said, humans have an instinct to seek benefits and avoid harm, and in the workplace, this instinct drives some to suppress others to maintain their comfort zone. Secondly, this also involves a zero-sum game misconception that someone's progress necessarily means another's loss. In reality, growth in the workplace can often be a win-win situation, but this misconception is deeply rooted in many, especially those who lack security. They perceive others' success as their own failure. People with integrity are often targeted because their actions challenge the status quo, which makes those with vested interests feel threatened. They fear change, as change may require them to improve themselves or lose their current privileges. Ethical dilemma: stick to integrity or compromise for survival. Faced with these complex power dynamics, how should people with integrity decide? Should we remain silent in the face of injustice to protect ourselves? This is a profound ethical dilemma. Kant's deontological ethics tell us that the morality of an action lies in whether it conforms to universal principles. In other words, no matter how difficult the situation, we should stick to our moral bottom line. Integrity is not just about being responsible to others, it is also about respecting oneself. However, in reality, mere persistence can sometimes come at a great cost, especially in a complex work environment. Another perspective, utilitarianism, suggests that compromising in certain situations to secure better future opportunities can also be reasonable. For instance, sometimes strategic retreat may avoid unnecessary conflict and create better opportunities and resources for the future. How do we find a balance? This requires us to have the wisdom of strategic integrity. Stick to core principles. When faced with major ethical issues, maintain your bottom line and stance. For example, refusing to engage in unethical behavior. Such persistence is not only a respect for oneself, but also sets a positive example for the team and company. Be flexible with minor matters. In situations that do not involve core ethical issues, we can compromise to gain better space for survival and development. This is not weakness, but a mature strategy to better defend our principles in the future. Coping strategies, combining rationality and wisdom. Finally, let's discuss specific coping strategies. When facing bullying or injustice, how can we maintain our stance with rationality and wisdom? Find allies, build a support system. In the workplace, going it alone is risky. Find colleagues with similar values and build a support network. This not only helps when facing injustice, but also provides a sense of belonging, maintain rational communication, resolve conflicts. Many workplace conflicts stem from misunderstandings or information asymmetry. Try to communicate rationally with the other party to clarify misunderstandings or resolve conflicts through third-party mediation. Sometimes hostility comes from misunderstandings, and rational communication can effectively resolve these conflicts. Use policies and rules. Every company has formal policies and procedures. Learn these rules and use them when necessary to protect yourself. For instance, if you experience workplace bullying or injustice, seek help through the HR department. Policies are a shield for employees. Using them wisely can prevent unnecessary harm. Remember, real strength is not about fighting fire with fire, but about finding a way to uphold your dignity while continuing to grow in the workplace. True strength lies in those who can remain calm and steadfast amidst the storm and find the best path forward. Injustice and bullying in the workplace often leave people feeling powerless and lost. But if we think from a philosophical and logical perspective, we will find that many phenomena have similar logic and motivations behind them. Understanding these can help us approach problems more rationally and find appropriate coping strategies. Each of us has the right to choose integrity, to choose not to compromise easily when facing difficulties, and to choose to face unfair challenges with wisdom and strategy. Every challenge in the workplace is an opportunity for growth. As long as we maintain inner resolve and respond wisely, we will find our strength and place. Thank you for watching today's discussion. If you have faced similar challenges in the workplace, feel free to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to KK Energy Hub. Let's continue to grow together and find our own power in the workplace.